Day blaze. A massive fire rips through a building just blocks off campus. New year, new construction, how it will affect your commute around campus. Back to school surprise, Temple helps local elementary school kids get ready for their first day back. Hello and welcome to this Temple Update News Brief. I'm Jane Vitelli. More than 100 firefighters battled a large rooftop fire as students were returning from Labor Day weekend. Temple Update's Conall Smith was on the scene during the fire. Conall, what have we learned?
Jane, so far there's no new information, especially about how the fire started or where it started. But the property manager was here a few minutes ago and he just left. Now, I spoke to him yesterday and got his thoughts on what he thinks could have caused the fire.
We just recently got permits to start working back again because we had an accident here like a couple years ago.
That was property manager Javel Janhari. Janhari wished not to be on camera. Despite the extensive damages to the upper floors and roof of his building, Janhari says that he plans to rebuild. The fire broke out sometime around 8:40 p.m. Monday night. Fire officials declared it a 3-alarm fire shortly after 10 o'clock. No injuries were reported. Students and residents around the 1600 block of Oxford Street had been evacuated from their homes. Once evacuated, they began to congregate around the scene to watch the flames.
But then we just looked outside of our window just to see, like,
we just saw so many flames.
Yeah,
so
smoke.
big.
We heard the helicopters, and we were just like, oh my gosh, like, what's happening?
It's unclear how many students and residents were evacuated. Students who were displaced were told to report to the Campus Safety Services Station on Cecil B. Moore Avenue. Firefighters began attacking the roof of the building. It took them nearly 3 hours to calm the blaze. They remained on scene until Tuesday morning to put out remaining hotspots. Power to the area was restored shortly thereafter, while students and residents were able to resume their daily lives.
Now, like I said earlier, there's still no word on what caused the fire. I called the fire department earlier and they said that they're still investigating. Right now, live outside in North Philadelphia, Conall Smith, Temple Update.
Thanks, Conall. Temple University Health System is getting back online after falling victim to a cyber attack. Temple Health's computer systems were hacked, compromising numerous operations from emails to scheduling. Temple has released a statement reading, "The safety and quality of care we provide remains our highest priority, and we thank everyone for their understanding and patience." Getting around campus will be a little harder this year. New construction has closed Polett Walk on the east end of campus. Temple Update's Lianna Golden has more. Lianna?
Yeah, that construction is going on right behind me in Anderson and Gladfelter Halls. We are on Polett Walk right now, and it's completely closed off between 12th and 11th Streets, which is just really affecting a lot of students' commute to class. So we spoke to some of them to see how it's been going so far. The sights and sounds of campus construction continue, creating a new commute to class for some Temple students.
I have like 1 in the morning, and then I have to walk around to the other building, and then I come back around to this building, and then I pretty much do that 4 times.
It's all part of a year-long project to improve Anderson and Gladfelter Halls. The main entrances to both buildings are currently closed off on Polett Walk, but there are signs in place to direct students and faculty to the temporary entryways.
I mean, like with the detours and everything, like it takes a little getting used to, but I think now that a week's gone by, like it's fine. I like making my way around and getting to class on time, so yeah.
The College of Liberal Arts is expected to have a brand new look by the fall of 2020. What's now blocked off with construction will soon be a cherry and white staircase leading up to the terrace, which will be equipped with an open grass area connecting the 2 buildings. Those coming in or going out of Gladfelter can go through one of 2 entrances right here at the Cirque. But we spoke to students taking the detour, and they said it's not all that easy.
But now I gotta walk like all the way around here and be like an extra minute late or 2, and then wait for the elevators to come down to the lower floors. Like, that's a lot.
It's definitely extra crowded, especially with like the limited amount of entrances and everything. So yeah, it's definitely a lot more crowded than usual, and it's like a burden to like a lot of people.
These new routes may be throwing students off, but they say they're willing to make it work.
I'm okay with walking around because I still have to go to class essentially, you know.
There's not another alternative, so honestly, you just gotta like suck it up and deal with it until they're done.
And that construction is expected to be done by the fall of 2020, so we will be following that progress for you, and of course we'll keep you updated on TempleUpdate.com. For now, we're live here at Anderson and Gladfelter. I'm Lianna Golden reporting for Temple Update. Guys?
Thanks, Lianna. New year, new library. Charles Library is now open to students and Philadelphians alike. Students got the first look August 25th, and since then, everyone has been taking advantage of what Charles has to offer. The new library has plenty of study spaces, breakout rooms, and of course, you can't forget the book bot. The official grand opening is September 19th. If you've been waiting to go back to your regular workout routine at the IBC, well, the wait is over. The summer-long renovation that began in August is finally done, making the IBC ready for use. Students can now enjoy new equipment such as weights, lat pull-down machines, and much more to make your next workout better than ever. What started as a tropical storm is now known as Dorian, a Category 2 hurricane. The hurricane made its way through the Bahamas, leaving at least 7 dead and thousands of homes and streets flooded. The storm is continuing northwest to Florida, winds of 105 miles per hour. An estimated 3 million people in Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas have been warned to evacuate. Now, as I said, Dorian is projected to hit southern states, but we might get some rainfall. Victoria Lucas is live outside the bell tower to tell us more. Victoria?
Jane, I'm right here at the bell tower where I can see our fellow classmates walking to class in their shorts and their t-shirts. It's actually windy where I'm standing, so it's not good for my hair, but it's definitely good for this heat. Let's move on into the temperature right now. It's 87 degrees and it's partly cloudy, so that t-shirt and short mix is definitely a good fit. Let's move on into our overnight hourly forecast so we can see what's going on tonight. If you're going out tonight at 8 p.m. it'll be 82 degrees in the highs, and then cloudy. At 12 a.m. it'll be 76 degrees with the highest point of humidity in the night, and then at 7 a.m. it'll be 68 degrees. So if you have any classes, dress lightly because it'll be cloudy and some sun peeking in. That's all for me right now. I'll check back in the Weather Center with your 5-day forecast and what we can expect from Hurricane Dorian. Jane, back to you.
Thanks, Victoria. Still to come on Temple Update, a Carey era of football. Temple football is off with a bang, how the team is adjusting to the new coach next. And back to school fever, Temple kids get ready for the new school year.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. Yeah. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand!
Ah, there you go. Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Last Saturday was a historic win for the Owls, and the Sports Desk's Adam Miller has all the details. Adam?
Yeah, what's going on? Adam Miller, and welcome to the Sports Desk. If you haven't heard yet, the Temple football team opened up their season with a crushing win against Bucknell. Temple was clicking on all cylinders, scoring 56 points. Anthony Russo led the team, throwing for 4 touchdowns and 400 yards. The Owls may have not struggled with Bucknell, but if there's one thing they do struggle with, it's keeping their head coaches around. Rod Carey is the 4th head coach in 4 years, and Carl Tianabesco, he found out how the team is adjusting to their new coach.
For the second time in 3 years, Temple football is starting its season with a new leader in its coaching staff.
Alongside newly hired head coach Rod Carey, Temple has added many new faces to start the 2019 campaign. But the chemistry seems just as strong as it's ever been here on 10th and Diamond.
The leadership displayed from players like Sean Bradley and Chappelle Russell has head coach Rod Carey giving many of them a deserving high praise.
You know, Sean, Chappelle, and Sam in IGM. I'll throw him in there too, and I throw Will in there too. But their leadership on this transition and then to the team in concert with the new coaching staff. I've never been around something like that in my life.
Following a statement win for the Owls to start the season, the upcoming bye week gives them a great opportunity to focus on building a stronger foundation.
I think that is just like we are here at Temple, blue-collar people. They're going to come with their lunchbox every day ready to work.
Coach Carey does a really good job of interacting with the players and talking to the players and joking around. He's a really good coach, man, like a really, really good coach. I had to fill him out at first, but coming to like him as a team, we definitely like him a lot.
With the Owls facing a tough Maryland opponent in the coming weeks, they'll look to continue this newfound momentum coming off a strong win at home. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Carl Tianabesso.
All right, guys, that's all from me at the Sports Desk. But be sure to follow us on Twitter at @TU_SportsDesk. Jane, back to you.
Coming up next, Victoria Lucas is back in the Weather Center with your 5-day forecast and when we'll feel the effects of Hurricane Dorian. Stick with us.
It's not my first time bartending, so.
It's a sausage party in here.
It's fine. I'm very familiar.
Yeah, because you're a sexy girl, Sam. Last thing,
Yeah.
is that the music, when Momo kicks it into high gear, is going to get a little bit loud in here. So your customers are going to have a hard time hearing you. So you may want to.
What?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch. Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Students got the opportunity to find part-time jobs, internships, and work-study at the part-time job fair held in Mitten Hall today. The organizations and companies ranged from local Philadelphia businesses to ones right here on campus. We talked earlier about Hurricane Dorian and what the weather was like outside. Now Victoria is here in the studio to give us our 5-day forecast. Victoria, is Dorian going to make its way to Philadelphia?
Well, we'll get into that, Jane, but for right now, let me just tell you, I am so glad I'm back into the Weather Center because it was very, very hot, so now I'm in for some fresh, cool air. Let's look at today's forecast. It's partly cloudy and it's 90 degrees, so now we know where that heat was coming from. Now, I know that I was thinking pretty hard of what to wear, but let's see what Sally the sorority girl had in mind. Ooh, Sally has a nice romper dress kind of fit, and it's nice and pink. And then she has her brown sandals, so she's definitely ready for that summer heat that we're still having. Let's move on into our 5-day forecast. And Friday, it's going to be really rainy, and if you have plans, I would put them to a halt because that's where we're going to have our effects of Hurricane Dorian and its really strong wind currents. We're going to have a high of 70 degrees and a low of 58. And now we can bring in our weekend plans back for Saturday because sunshine will come back in at a high of 80 degrees and a low of 60. Sunday, clear skies and sunshine, sun peeking in, high of 80 degrees and a low of 60. And then beginning your week next week, Monday and Tuesday, partly cloudy, high in the 70s and low in the 60s. So definitely, if any rain comes in, have yourself prepared, light jacket and an umbrella. Alrighty, that's it for me at the Weather Center. So for your latest updates on your weather, check out TU Weather Watch on Twitter. Jane, back to you.
Thanks, Victoria. Wednesday morning, Temple donated over 300 backpacks to every student at North Philadelphia's Paul L. Dunbar School. Each backpack was filled with school supplies and a note of encouragement written by a Temple student. The school will also receive new recess equipment, including balls, hula hoops, jump ropes, and calculators later in the month. That's all for this edition of Temple Update. So for the latest news, check us out on our website, templeupdate.com. And don't forget, you can watch Temple Update every Thursday at 10 a.m. on Comcast Channel 50, Verizon 45, and 24/7 on templetv.net. And be sure to follow Temple Update across all social media sites. For Conall Smith, Lianna Golden, and Victoria Lucas, I'm Jane Vitelli. Have a great day.